10 part A. As you know, this unit is about passive sentences. همون چیزیه که تو فارسی بهش میگیم جملات مجهول. Look at the board. Actually, I have written 3 examples for you. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. What is the subject of the sentence? Thomas Edison. Charles Dickens wrote Oliver Twist. Charles Dickens is the subject of the sentence. Korea manufactures modern cars every year. Korea is the subject of the sentence. These sentences are active. همین که تو فارسی بهش میگیم جملات معلوم. In active sentences, the focus is on the subject of the sentence. The doer is important. But we want to make them passive. میخوایم مجهولشون کنیم. Look at the examples. The light bulb was invented by Thomas Edison. What is the subject of this sentence? The light bulb. The focus is on the object. Thomas Edison is not important. The light bulb is important. The focus is on the object. The meaning is the same. Edison invented the light bulb. The light bulb was invented by Edison. Both mean the same, but in active sentences, the focus is on the subject. In passive sentences, the focus is on the object. Another example. Charles Dickens wrote Oliver Twist. Oliver Twist was written by Charles Dickens. In the second sentence, the focus is on the object. Oliver Twist is important, not Charles Dickens. And the third example. Modern cars are manufactured by Korea. In the second sentence, modern cars means the object of the sentence is important, not the subject. So in passive sentences, the focus is on the object. Look at the structure. The structure of passive sentences are to be plus past participle. Simple past, invented, wrote, was or were. Simple present, we use is or are. That's the structure of passive sentences. Hi dear students, today we are going to review Unit 10, Part B. As you know, this unit is about used to. When do we use used to? We use it to talk about habits or repeated actions in the past which we don't do in the present. What does it mean? Means to talk about our past habits. In Farsi, راجع به کارهایی که گذشته انجام میدادیم عادت قدیمیمون بوده ولی الان دیگه انجام نمیدیم. For example, look at the example. When I was a child, I used to play on the street. When I was a child, I used to play on the street. Once? No. For a period of time. Repeatedly. For example, for 2 years, for 3 years. When I was a child, I used to play on the street. My brother used to collect stamps. Means in the past, he did this repeatedly, but now he doesn't. These are our past habits. تو فارسی بهش میگیم این کارو قبلا میکردم. عادت داشتم تو کوچه بازی میکردم. برادرم عادت داشت تمبر جمع کنه. کاری که تو گذشته انجام میدادیم ولی الان دیگه انجامشون نمیدیم. Because they refer to the past to make them negative or question, we use did. Look at the example. Did you used to wear a uniform at the school? Yes, I did. I used to wear a uniform at the school. No, I didn't. I didn't used to wear a uniform at the school. So, negative form, didn't. I didn't used to watch much TV when I was a child. So, when do we use the structure used to? We use it to talk about our past habits, or we use it to talk about repeated actions in the past. We didn't do them once. We did them for a period of time in the past, but now we don't. Look at the structure, used to plus base form of the verb. And to make negatives and questions, we use did because it refers to the past. Just pay attention to the pronunciation. It's not used, it's used to. And when we make them negative or questions, we omit did. But the pronunciation is the same, used to. Hi dear students, today we are going to talk about Unit 11 Part B. As you know, this unit is about phrasal verbs. What are phrasal verbs? It's made up of a main verb together with a preposition. They have two parts, a verb and a preposition. Their meaning is not obvious from the meanings of the individual words themselves. What does it mean? It means that you cannot translate the two parts. For example, look at the example put on. Put معنی گذاشتن میده، آن معنی روی چیزی، گذاشتن روی چیزی. اگه این دوتا رو با هم دیگه معنی کنیم درست نیست. Put on means wear، پوشیدن. پس با ترجمه کردن دوتا پارت نمیتونیم معنیشون رو به دست بیاریم. Okay, you have different phrasal verbs. For example, put on, turn off, look for, look after, sit down, stand off, give up, fill out. These are examples of phrasal verbs. Look at the example, put on your coat. Your coat is the object of this phrase. Put on your coat. Your coat is the object of this phrase. You can put it at the end, put on your coat, or you can put it between, put your coat on. No difference. Both of them are correct. Another example, turn on the TV, turn the TV on. The TV is the object of this phrase. You can put the TV at the end, or you can put it between. There is no difference. But sometimes instead of your coat, you want to use a pronoun. You want to say it. So, if you want to use a pronoun, you have to put it between, put it on. If you say put on it, that's wrong. Put it on. Turn on the TV, turn the TV on, or turn it on. If you use turn on it, that's wrong. So, if the object of a phrasal verb is a noun, you can put it at the end or between. If the object is a pronoun, you have to put it between. Hi dear students, today we are going to review Unit 12 Part A. As you know, this unit is about past perfect. Past perfect همون چیزی که تو فارسی بهش میگیم ماضی بعید. When do we use past perfect? We use it to talk about an earlier action in the past. To talk about an earlier action in the past. What does it mean? Look at the example. When I got to the airport, I realized that I had forgotten my passport. Look at the sentence. We have three different actions. Getting to the airport, realizing, and forgetting your passport. Which action happened first? Getting, realizing, or forgetting? Forgetting happened first. So, had forgotten. Another example. We didn't get a table in the restaurant because we hadn't made a reservation. We have two actions, getting a table and making a reservation. Which action happened first? Making a reservation. So we use hadn't made a reservation. When do we use past perfect? We use it to talk about actions happened before another action in the past, or actions happened before a specific time in the past. Look at the structure, had or hadn't plus past participle. پردیسانی عزیز سلام. امروز می‌خوایم با هم دیگه یونیت 12B از کتاب دو سری امریکن انگلیش فایل رو دوره کنیم. As you know, this unit is about reported speech. What is reported speech? Actually, we use reported speech when we want to report what somebody else has told us. For example, imagine I tell you I live in Tehran. You want to say this sentence to your friend or to your mom. What do you say? You say, she said she lived in Tehran. Look at the sentences and look at the changes. This is my sentence, I live in Tehran. She lived in Tehran. We changed two things. We changed the pronoun I, she, and we changed the tense, lived. This is simple present, this is simple past. So we changed the tense to one tense back. Another example. I watched a movie last night. This is my sentence. She said she had watched a movie. I, she, watched, had watched. This is simple past. This is past perfect. So we change the tense to one tense back. Another example. I will go shopping. She said she would go shopping. I, she, will, would. So we change the tense to one tense back. So when do we use reported speech? We use it to report what somebody else has told us. And we change two things. We change the pronoun and we change the tense. For example, I can play the piano. She said she could play the piano. Can, could. I have to go. She said she had to go. Have to, had to. I am going to go shopping. She said she was going to go shopping. I'm going, was going. So we change the tense to one tense back. پردیسانی عزیز سلام. امروز میخوایم با هم دیگه یونیت 12C از کتاب 2 سری امریکن انگلیش فایل رو دوره کنیم. As you know, this unit is about subject questions. When do we use subject questions? We use them when the question is about the subject of the sentence. For example, look at the sentence, Mary has lunch with her mom. We make the question with who, but who instead of her mom. Her mom is the object of this sentence. Who does Mary have lunch with? Mary has lunch with her mom. Another question, this time who instead of Mary. Mary is the subject of the sentence. Who has lunch with her mom? Mary has lunch with her mom. Look at the question. The first question is about the object of the sentence. We use does an auxiliary verb. But the second question, the question is about the subject of the sentence. We don't use any auxiliary verbs. So, in subject questions, we don't use any auxiliary verbs. We just replace the subject with a question word. Look at here, no changes. Has, lunch, with her mom. No changes. We don't use any auxiliary verbs. We just replace the subject with a question word. Another example. Edison invented the light bulb. Make a question with what instead of the light bulb, instead of the object of the sentence. What did Edison invent? Edison invented the light bulb. We use did, an auxiliary verb, because the question is about the object of the sentence. But another example. Who instead of Edison? Edison is the subject. Who invented the light bulb? Edison invented the light bulb. We don't use any auxiliary verbs and we don't change anything. We just replace the subject with a question.